All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of The Call Room. Thank you so much for checking in. Now, I went to our Man Overseas first last time. Everybody, of course, knows because they've been watching all the coverage, the amazing work that the team from Seven is doing. And Jason Richardson, our dad of the podcast, as we just saw from the camera also being in his face for 5 minutes there before we started. Mate, you've been the first point of contact. First of all, you're looking great. You're sounding great. How are things over in Glasgow?
Welcome, everyone. Great to see you, Mitch and Morgs. Love you dearly, team, and thanks for the great work. And thanks for everyone for checking in for the call room. And Mitch, as you know, and also Morgs, being around the Australian athletes, they're loving the call room. So we've got a lot of requests to come on. So that's going to be brilliant. Fantastic in the future. All I keep saying to all of our athletes is, mate, we want to be in the studio with you. So we don't want to do it via Zoom. So the quicker they all finish this European stuff and get back to Australia, then this little pod's going to fly. Mate, Glasgow's a little gloomy weather-wise, but the Australian athletes, we are recording this, of course, on a Tuesday morning Glasgow time. And we're all still on a high after Rose Davies just lit the track up last night. She was exceptional. So a warm welcome to you both.
Oh, it was unbelievable viewing. I mean, it was well worth getting up in the early hours of this morning here in Melbourne. Morgan, I say hello to you. How are things? What's your last week look like? I mean, you're just the ray of sunshine in this group. When you're not roasting either of us, you are the ray of sunshine.
You missed the last 20 minutes. He's now trying to gain brownie points.
I'm just trying to wake you up. I'm just trying to welcome you into the team today, Morgan.
I know.
How's things?
I'm always lacking, aren't I? I never answer the group chat.
You're never lacking. You're busy. You've got the girls. You've got Tom.
No, I think now that I'm back, I'm trying to take on a lot more of the load with the twins.
Yeah.
So like last night, I said to Tom, just get a full night's sleep. I had the worst night of my life.
I was going to say.
I don't know how he does it. I did one night. He's done a full month straight.
Yeah, you've got a super husband.
So you caught me at a really bad time.
Okay, nice.
I think that's why I think it's every week. Because I always do the Monday night shift with the twins, and Mitch just cops everything. But back training now, everything's going well.
How did the session go last week?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we changed it. Richard knows this one. We changed it to diminishing 200s.
Oh, no. Were you guys talking about this in an earlier
Yeah,
pod?
see, look at his face. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, so that's harder?
It is so hard. So
hard.
I'm
sucking.
Rich is getting withdrawals.
If you go too hard too early, you're cooked by, rep 3, rep 4? You've got 6 reps.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah.
So what are we talking here time-wise?
Well, actually, I was quite lucky. All I had to do was pace a vet. I said to Fort, this next month, let's just have fun with it. So they're only in 28, 29, but we usually go 26, 25. I one time went out too hard, Richo. I started off in 24, and I think my last rep was like 37.
Oh.
It was so funny. I was seeing stars.
And that's a 37 that I'm assuming feels like 60.
Oh, 60 years. Yeah. 60 seconds.
Hey, Morgs, you are bearing the lead. You are bearing the lead. I don't know whether to go with who do you love, what did you notice, but I saw on Insta you doing a little bit of scissor work over hurdles.
Yes,
tell me it's true.
Brilliant, Richo.
Joey, cut this part out, but I took that the wrong way. Sorry.
Oh, Morgan.
Oh, Lord.
Where did you see that?
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about your hurdles.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, what are you talking about?
You dirty boy.
Shut up, Morgan.
No, yeah, wait, what? I just said to Fort, we're just going to try. We're going to start off doing drills. If we don't like it, we just can it and we move on. But I'm enjoying it. I find it fun. It's just something different, and I'm reaching out to a few people overseas and, with the likes of Sha'Carri, just trying to learn as much as I can about the event. But then, you know me, if I don't like something, I'm just going to ditch that and move on.
When would you start going over the sticks?
Can I ask the question? Who put the hurdles out?
I'll do it tonight. I'll show you guys tonight. How about that?
Yeah, take a video.
Okay, great.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you put them out or Fort?
No, I put them out. No, they're actually already set up. I think you might know him. His name's Max. Is it Sitters? No. There's a group of guys, Sitters. Oh, God, they were your era. The 400 hurdlers, the 400 boys out at DMAC.
You're too cool to know
listen to this
people's names,
podcast.
Oh, Morgan.
But they were set up.
I'm just thrilled you know my name, mate.
Me too at this point. Honestly.
Jace, I only know you because of your wife. Come on.
That's and that'll soon be my daughter. So,
Kate was part of the start of the day yesterday, Richo.
I know.
What a
she
pull from
was. So Rose Davies became the second ever Australian woman to win a Commonwealth Games gold medal, any event further than 800 metres on the track. And the only one, poor old Kate Anderson, 1998 Commonwealth Games, she had it on her own, and now Rose has gone and bullied up with a 10,000 to add to her 5,000. And you know what? Rose might win the double. I don't know if anyone's done that. I'll ask Bruce that.
Good.
I'll ask Bruce that in the car this morning in my Trackside Travels video. And you'll see it all, of course, on the call room.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, the 10K was only introduced in the 80s too, so there's not too many opportunities, I would think, to do the double. It's a great... Geez, that would be something, wouldn't it? I mean, Rose has to have just the utmost confidence in her abilities after what she did last night. It was just incredible.
Oh, she was superb. I'll give you a couple of quick updates from the latest. I know you guys will no doubt want to discuss, I mean, this top 17 nonsense that they had in the 100. That
we
was
need to talk
bizarre.
about that. Yeah,
that was bizarre, but it's now in the rear vision mirror, thank God. Big news in the women's 100 metres. When the semi-finals came out, we went straight to the list. Who did Tori get, etc., etc.? Oh, hang on. No, Adasia Hodge. So that was a massive surprise. Now, Adasia Hodge might still run the 200 metres. She carried the flag for British Virgin Islands. So she's here, but she's not running in the 100 metres in the semi-final. So that is huge news. Hopefully we'll get this pod out nice and early. So that opens right up. Giving some updates. So Reece Holders has had a hamstring, but he trained quite well in Barcelona, so that's no longer a concern for him. So the QAS and the Australian team have been managing that. So that was an update for us there. Adam Spencer had a bit of a foot concern, but he's been back training really well, and so that's in the rear vision mirror for him as well. So that's great news. Michelle Jenicky. So we got a little update from the Australian team in regards to all the injury concerns, so that we as broadcasters can put it all into perspective for our audience, because it's important to tell them everything that they've been going through. So Michelle Jenicky's had a little leg issue, and she's been hurdling back-to-back sessions and pulling up fine. So she's looking really good in training. So that's another one that's in the rear vision mirror. Gemma Pollard did a really good 350-metre time trial. Of course, she's coming back from injury, so she's ready for that mixed 4x4. So that's all great news. The big one was Liam Adcock. He's had this hip glute concern. We caught up with him a couple of days before he competed, and he was flat as a pancake, saying, I just haven't been able to get any training out. But he's qualified for the final alongside Chris Matrevsky. I spoke to Liam. Rest assured, anyone who's listening in, every one of our athletes we are interviewing, we'll make sure we put them somewhere on 7+ so you can keep following your favourite athlete. But Liam Adcock said, hey, you know what? The hip was warmed up a lot better. Listen, he jumped 770 high, 778, I think, off the top of my head. I reckon every athlete in that long jump final would know that, if he can get his body right, we know that he can bounce 820 plus. He could win the whole thing. So Matrevsky and Adcock both in that long jump final. So there's some update in regards to the Australian team.
That's brilliant. That is the curious thing about Liam Adcock is that he just needs one jump.
I love that about him.
Yeah, he just needs one jump.
Yeah.
And he could also jump 820 in the first round and then just opt not to jump.
Be like, I'm sweet. Yeah. I'll see you on the podium.
Yeah. He's one of the great anomalies where you just go, wow, this guy could, to your point, be injured all year and be the Commonwealth Games champion. Like, there's a world where those two, that sentence makes sense. Crazy stuff. Good to hear that Reece has recovered as well.
And it's so hard. Every year with any athlete in any team, you know too much. But
you two go
no,
for
but you know
it.
what it's like. The closer you get to a major, it's just about all the finer details, and there is so much room for error. So it is kind of nice to hear that, there might be a few niggles, but it's all still coming together when it matters. I just, fingers crossed everything goes to plan for all of them, because I'm so excited. I love the hurdles, so I really want to see how Shelley goes, because year in and year out, you watch her and it's like, just give this girl a medal already. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she is so deserving of it, and she works so hard. So, shout out to Shally. I am going to be screaming for you.
Yeah, well, remember she
Yeah.
ruptured her hamstring in the Olympics, right? And still ran. Ran after the in the repechage.
Yeah, she's a
Crazy.
freak.
Yeah.
She's one of the tougher
And
athletes we've
Morgan,
seen.
and Morgs, as you know, you can give us an insight here. Sarah Billings, I interviewed her after her heat of the 800 metres last night, and I probably went too long, so therefore they couldn't get the interview into the broadcast. So uppercut to me, and sorry, Sarah.
We can put it on here.
Yeah, we'll put it on there. She mentioned something fascinating to me, which I just shake my head. She ran so well in London. She's just broken the Oceania record. And I saw her before her 800 metre heat. She looked so nervous. And, of course, she streaked away and won impressively in 2:01. She said to me, and Morg, can you explain this? She said, I had to remind myself that I can still run. I said, what do you mean? Like, you just get so gripped with nerves. If you haven't run for 3 or 4 days, as in race, she just goes, I just needed to get out there to remind myself I could run.
Have you never had that feeling?
Yeah, I've had that heaps
Yeah,
of times.
yeah.
Whoa. No.
No? Really?
Oh,
I've had that. I haven't during training.
I've had that nightmare. Like dreamt about it.
Yeah. No, it's so normal because I think when everything's going so right, that's when a lot of athletes have that what if, and it's always, in a negative light. Like, what if this happens? What if I fall? What if maybe that was a fluke? And then it is funny, as soon as the gun goes, as you saw in Sarah's race, it's like all the worries just, kind of dissipate. But that's one thing my psych taught me, is that no matter which athlete it is, they all have those fears of doubt. Like, you could see some of the best in the world will still have it, and then the gun goes and it's like they turn into this animal, stick to their I guess, race plan or whatever it is, and all their worries go away. So I just hope, now that that's out of the way, Sarah, get that backbone straight, because you're going to be fine. Like the
She's right there. But it's a tough race. She got the world champion. She got Georgia Hunter Bell. She's got Gemma Reekie. She'll beat Gemma Reekie. But I think she can get. I think if she believes, I think she can get a bronze medal behind the other two, and may even surprise. May even do a Rose Davies and knock them off.
Yeah. And I genuinely think because the conditions aren't great, we might see better than bronze, only because if the conditions aren't great and those girls aren't going out in 55, and say it is a 56, 57 first lap, I can see Sarah gunning past them in the last 60 metres. Like, you won't see it until the very last moment, so fingers crossed.
I agree with that. I definitely think, and this is optimistic, but Georgia Hunter Bell is gettable.
Oh, yeah, we saw it
purely
in Melbourne.
because as well. Yeah, well, we saw it in Melbourne, and she's been sick. And that was kind of the reason why she didn't think that she quite nailed pre and pulled out of London. And look, she might be fully recovered now, but I think she's
scalp's a
gettable.
scalp.
Yeah, I think she's gettable for sure. It's a quality field, though. I mean, this will be one hell of a final. But that's the most. I think I tweeted it last night. That's the most confident I've ever seen Sarah at a major. Yeah. So it's amazing listening to you, Rich, about how nervous she was, and then the way that she tactically picked apart that race.
Yeah.
You couldn't get on the rail.
No.
She just commanded the respect of the field. Yeah.
Yeah. And she runs 2:01, and let's be frank, 2 years ago, breaking 2 minutes was a huge achievement for her. Now she's just pinging 2:01s in a heat, leading from the front, controlling, kicking. So she's gone to the whole different level. A lot of discussion about the way that we are plucking 8 athletes and moving them into the semi-finals of the men's and women's 100 metres. They're doing it all the way to the 400 metres. 400 metres is complete nonsense. That is a distinct advantage, and it helps us because Tom Reynolds, our very own Tom Reynolds, he's got an exemption through to the semis. If you are running 3 rounds of a 400 metres versus someone who runs 2 rounds, that is a distinct advantage. That's nonsense. 100 and 200, they're trying to encourage athletes to come to the Commonwealth Games and allowing them to double. But we saw the farcical situation where we had 11 heats of the men's 100 metres, for example. The wind on heat 1, 45 minutes later, heat 11 was going on. The variable winds were ridiculous. Look, it didn't affect Rowan. It didn't affect Eddie. They got through. It didn't affect all our Aussie girls. They all got through. But where it's silly is that Lockie Kennedy put his hand up and said, "Oh, no, I need to bust out a bit of the rust. I want to run the heat." And they said, "No, you're exempt through to the semis." He goes, "No, I want to run the heat." "No, you're not allowed to." Crazy
So
stuff.
they would not let him opt to run the heat. See, that to me is just that's stupid.
It's so weird.
Because Richo, and you had it in your interview where Tori said, "I'm actually grateful I can see the track. I wouldn't want to start my Commonwealth Games in a semi-final. It's cold. I need to see the track. I'm glad I ran this." And it sounds like that's what Lockie wanted to do.
But I just don't.
That's exactly
it, Richo, because it was your era. The whole, we want people to double. Back in your day, they had 4 rounds of the 4, 4 rounds of the 2.
Yeah.
Like Willie Mundy Johnson, like, grow a set.
Yeah.
You're the fittest and best in the world. They're capable of doing it from start to finish, and I think that needs to be highlighted because you're right. It's unfair I think it's unfair to the other athletes.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
Richo, what was their argument around picking, 17 or 18 qualifiers on time as opposed to the traditional, we'll go with, when it first one across the line is automatically through, and then we'll go the fastest times from there. What do you have they said anything on that?
It's absolutely. We spoke to Brian Rowe, who of course has been there and done that over decades and decades. He couldn't explain it. It was basically a organiser's call. It was a captain's call. It's stupid, and they should never ever do it again. Look, they got away with it. And the reality is that there wasn't a glaring omission. There wasn't a glaring big tailwind. I mean, yes, Eddie Nketiah, he ended up with a tailwind that was in excess of 2 metres, whereas others had a 0.9. But there wasn't a glaring omission of an athlete that missed out as a result of it. But don't ever do that again. That's crazy stuff. It should be, there was 11 heats, 11 winners, 6 fastest time. Everyone cops that. Everyone cops that. But just to pluck 17, and Rowan Browning, he wasn't being a whinging Aussie. He made it through, and I'm glad he did, because then otherwise everyone would have hammered him saying, "I haven't listened to him making excuses." It's not. Everything he said is 100% right. Now, whether he needs to be thinking about that stuff while he's competing, I would argue, you know what, Ro, afterwards, let older, crustier people worry about that, discussing that. You just run like a 6-year-old, like you used to, and you'll perform better, would be my sports psych discussion with him. But anyway, he said it because he's an articulate, very smart athlete, and he's 100% right. It's nonsense.
Yeah, I agree. And I come from the probably school of thought is, you're right, Rowan is so articulate.
Yeah.
The way that he talks is so intelligent, and he's so concise with the way that he feels about things and describes things. I love it. I have a lot of time for athletes actually just saying, you know what, that was a farce. Like, what just happened there? Like, it's ridiculous. And you're right, Richo. Like, the old school, generation will be looking at that going, he just should worry about running, rah. But at the end of the day, it's their livelihoods.
Yeah,
they're the ones
piece.
out running.
Yeah.
They're the ones who need to get through the rounds. And for Rowan, who obviously went through this whole conjecture around selection, he would have every right if he got the bum end of the stick and everyone else got a tail and he missed. I'd be pissed as well. Yeah. So it's just crazy.
What is it like out on the track? Because it looks bleak. Is it just is every day just kind of just give me some shit?
Yeah.
Every time I come on this one, I'm like, I swear.
15 and raining.
No,
doesn't look good.
Right.
Yeah.
You can just continue to be a little potty mouth. That's what we love about you.
Yes.
It's exactly as you see. Look, the disappointing thing is, literally, consider this. There's 10 sports here at the Commonwealth Games. 9 of them are indoors. This is the only sport outdoors, which is bizarre when you think of it. Everything else is indoors. But
crazy.
we have had so much sun, as you both know. You've both had hot girl, hot boy summers in Europe. We've had such a sunny time in Europe until literally 4 days ago. And 4 days ago, the clouds come in. Now, last night for the women's 10,000, the conditions were good. It's cold. Look, it's 15 degrees. But as long as that wind drops, the track's fast. It's a new track. The atmosphere is awesome. Like the crowd is so close to the athlete. It is absolutely humming the atmosphere. So I think it's just going to be about who can race And that's actually right in this Aussies wheelhouse, because Australia has picked our very best team. Not everyone else has. Australia has. We don't celebrate who's not here. We celebrate who is here. And our Aussie team is the best of the best of the best. We're not wanting for anyone, except for 400 hurdler by the name of M. Mitchell in the future. So it is. We have our team humming and we are ready. And you know the other thing about it, and Morgs, you saw it at the start of your career. You entered an Australian team. Remember all the bitching and moaning and fighting amongst bloody coaches and all that garbage that used to go on back in... back in...
You can imagine me, I just said what I thought.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Back in the era that my wife competed in with everyone was bloody... Oh, God, we used to just roll our eyes.
Take me back.
I cannot believe the camaraderie between the athletes from all different disciplines in this Australian team at the moment is a credit to everyone involved in Australian athletics. This group of athletes, and of course it's the centre of them is this gun group that all did World Juniors together.
2014.
So it's Matt Denny and Nicola Ollie-Schlagers, and it's Eleanor Patterson, and it's Nina Kennedy, and it's Curtis Marshall, and it's Jess Hull. That whole wave, Georgia Griffith, Cedric Dubler, that whole group that's come through with the right attitude, and it filtered down. We've got good young athletes now who are surrounded by these positive people. It is bloody awesome.
It's what you want to see.
Yeah, it's so good, mate. It's so bloody good.
I remember Celeste telling me, I think it would have been Paris 24, 23 was Budapest.
Yep.
Yeah, around then is when it really started to change. And everyone, it was just like one big family. She was like, you can't fault making an Aussie team because everyone just gets along. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I want to know what that feels like.
I've heard that from another one of the senior, I won't say who it is, but they said, once you got rid of
Morgan.
The way they described it, no, not you, but some of the egos in the room, then those that were stepping through and meddling could actually start to take control of the culture.
Yes.
And it feel like, and that's what's so, and I haven't been to a Commonwealth Games. You've worked them, Richo. You've competed in them, Morgan, but setting the right tone and having those senior heads that actually care about the younger athletes coming through.
Yeah.
That's got to be the crucial connect, right?
Yeah, because it's the only time you really feel like a team. You get out there and it's like, okay, I'm on my own, but you want to come back to the village or to your apartment.
Yeah.
And you know you've got the support of other athletes. And we're all going through similar things, but to get around one another and not kind of exclude anyone or anything, I think it's just so important. And it's obviously showing with our results, really.
Yeah. Richo, can I ask you about last night, because you're trackside, of course, so we only see what we get to see through the cameras, but the moments after Rose's gold is what I'm really fascinated by in terms of this camaraderie. What was it like trackside? What was the connection like between all of you? You had a beautiful interview, by the way. I could tell that Rose really enjoyed it as well, but what was it like trackside?
I'm in a tough... Our mix zone's not quite in amongst it. It's just off to the side a touch, so... I saw her jump up into the crowd and see a lot of the Aussies. Then she did a big lap of honour. Well, first she came towards me. She grabbed a flag and then she headed down the straight. She was looking for her parents. Her parents told her the wrong spot. She did a lap. She did a lap around. She eventually found them. So that was absolutely fantastic. I haven't seen the Aussie athletes in and around her because it's cold. So let's be frank. Morgs, if you were competing in 3 days' time, as much as you love Rose, you're probably not out at the track because it's not an environment for an athlete it's different to, what we saw in Botswana, say, for example, in the relays where it's beautiful and warm, and then you get there in your shorts and where it's hot and warm, or, you're worried about more the other way. Here it's cold. I mean, if you're an athlete who's competing later on, you're not out there cheering. I mean, in fact, Jess Hull, Cam Myers, and others aren't even in Glasgow yet. They're arriving later. They're arriving when they need to. Hey, Mitch, well done to you. Hopefully, everyone on our podcast noticed. So Mitch had a great chat. We know that with Nina Kennedy, who you're great mates with, and Nina said something off air about her that she absolutely fangirls a mind coach by the name of Ben Crow, and he's written books, and Ben's been really important in her development as an athlete. Now, it just happens that Crowie and I have been mates for 30-odd years. I broke it down to it. We've been mates that long that I was actually the formal partner with his wife. That's how long we've been mates.
Jesus.
So, yeah, exactly. Black and white photos. So Mitch gave me the heads up and just mentioned it. I said, well, let's organise this. So we got Crowie. We've connected them now, but we got Crowie to do a message to Nina, and then the great Mel McLaughlin, who I work with and love dearly, from Channel 7, videoed Nina watching it. We put on our Instagram feed, and 60 or 70,000 people have really watched it and enjoyed it. And it was just so good to see Nina. The way that, she is the queen. Perfect choice as the flag bearer for Australia. Perfect choice. Because every other sport looks at her and goes, she is awesome as an Olympic gold medalist. The event she does is radical and so cool. And she is such an epic beast mode power woman chick that the whole team's around her. Perfect choice, mate. And well done, Mitch.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was actually just so foreign to me that, because we talk, obviously, you always end up talking to the athletes off air, of course. And Nina and I have actually developed a really good relationship. And so I don't know how we got on the topic, but she's like, if I saw Ben Crowe in the street, I would cry. I wouldn't know what to say, rah. And I thought, and obviously I know of Ben's work, but I thought, Ben Crowe, of all people that you would, I didn't expect it.
Too.
And so she'd said in passing, she's like, I feel like I've heard a story where Richo worked with Ben Crowe a while ago. I was like, oh, that'd be right. Like, yeah, he probably has. Like, Richo's worked with everybody. And so I didn't know that connection till Richo explained it. But yeah, she sent me a message after being like, oh my God, I was actually tearing up. Like when Ben Crowe was talking to me. So you and Mel did a beautiful job. And behind the desk, yeah, it was amazing. Sick. Look, these conditions aren't favourable. I'd love to see her jump 5 metres. I don't know whether we're going to see it in Glasgow, but it's she is a superstar.
Yeah, she's an all-round baddie, Nina Kennedy.
Yeah, she is a baddie.
Yeah, everything you were reeling off, Rich. I'm like, just call her a baddie.
Yeah, she is a baddie.
But she's got so much aura. Like
that's the thing,
so many of my friends, even not in athletics, and just know of Nina and know of her event. To your point, like, it is such a fun event to watch the pole vault. Oh my God! Sometimes when I watch it up close and personal, I get a bit of vertigo. I'm just like, holy shit, they're up there.
I would love to see you try it.
Oh no! Like, I watch Curtis and Deck obviously do their warm ups and stuff, and even watching Mondo, how high up he gets.
Yeah.
You just watch, you're like, holy shit!
But they do it like it's nothing.
He's up there. Yeah. You think, oh my God, I could never. I'd be so unathletic doing the pole vault.
Anything else you guys have loved from the Com Games? Anything else that's been giving you the P15S?
Well, obviously, the 18 qualification thing, I think, was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Obviously, Rose.
Yeah.
Watching Rose get that 10K win, it actually gave me a bit of goosebumps. And we were talking about this off air earlier. If there was any man to study how to paint a picture of a moment, it's Bruce.
Yeah.
And Bruce's last 400 metres of that race is just, it puts you in the right mood to watch history in the making. And he called it to perfection. But even just as a distance fan and as someone who's known Rose for a long time, I think but in recency, you'll watch her career over the last few years, and it's really developed. She's a World Championship finalist. She's really come leaps and bounds, national record holder, and you probably just see her career for that. But the amount of time it has taken Rose to get to this point, and she didn't quite nail the Commonwealth Games last time, and she didn't have the greatest World Championships in 2022, and she would probably argue she didn't have the greatest Olympics in 2021. All these trials and tribulations have now led to her at 26, 27 having this moment. And I feel like she's such a good message for athletes in that it takes time. And I feel the same way about Sarah Billings. It takes time.
Yeah.
Like, you could be a standout junior, and you may get lost in the wilderness of transitioning to a senior athlete for a period of time, but hang fat, because you can get there. Like, you can make it to where you want to get to. And the way that she ran, like, I broke it down, her split, so her final 5K would be good enough as the 7th fastest standalone 5K in Australian history. Right? So she's come home. Yeah, Richo. Wow. So if you want the full numbers, like, her first K Well, listen, we all could have run the first K. Okay, 3:39.
I would have
was the
kept
first
up.
kilometre of that race. Yeah, we could have chopped out a bit of pacemaking. Then they've clocked into 3:13, 3:25, 3:17, 3:14, right? 16:50, which is already, reasonable 5K. Then we lock in 3:12, 2:54, 3 minutes, 2:52. And for Roz, she closed the last K in 2:47.
2:47.
65-second last lap, 14:48 final 5K.
A 65-second last lap is hectic.
An insane number and an insane cut down for Rose. And it was a confidence run. Like someone said it, and I actually took it. It's like if you're going to go and you put your foot on the neck, you got to go for the kill shot.
Yeah.
You can't just half-ass that. And she put her foot on the neck. She killed that field. It was beautiful to watch.
And it was an elite field. She defeated the second and third were first and second in the African Championships. She hasn't beaten some Muppets out there. She has. I mean, and Lauren Ryan ran a terrific fifth. Was crying her eyes out to me, so disappointed because she just felt like things haven't gone her way. But her time will come. Rose was brilliant. A quick shout out. The other great things about this is why the Commonwealth Games is different to everyone else, is the blending of able-bodied and para-athletes. It's the only championship whereby the para-athletes get to be around the Australian track and field team. So, in the women's shot put F57, there's Ainsley Hooker, who's nearly 40 years of age. She's a mum of two. She lost her leg. But when she was in the army, she was driving in the army, had an accident and having her leg amputated, and now is involved in sport, trying to set a message for her kids. Mum of two, competing in a Commonwealth Games at nearly 40 years of age. I mean, it's great stories. Interviewed Archie Hewitt and Dan Malone after they were in the T20 men's 1500 metres. And Dan Malone.
He's a character.
I said to him, "How good is this, Dan?" And he said, "Oh, what about the fireworks and the smoke that goes off before the start? How cool is it?" Stuff like that is just epic. And, Ulrich Muller winning a silver medal in the T38 100 metres, and Thomas McGough comes over to me and he goes, "I'm only 15 and my school at Padua had signs, 'Go Thomas, go.'" This is the way he's describing it to me. I'm like, you are just such a champ. And little Precise Britain, who's the only second Northern Territory athlete, first from Arnhem Land, to compete in a Commonwealth Games. She's a kid. She saw Kathy Freeman's her inspiration. She runs in the T38 final. Rhiannon Clark's devastated. She got fourth after getting silver and bronze.
So
Ella
close.
Party's there in her fourth Commonwealth Games at 35 years of age. All those stories in and amongst, they're mixing it at the same time that Rose Davies is running and Sarah Billings. And these athletes are fangirling them. And our Aussie athletes are getting around the para-athletes as well. That's the beauty of the Commonwealth Games. That's the magic. That's the little magic dust that the Com Games has that nothing else has.
Yeah, that's so true. I loved watching it. I felt so much for Rhiannon because her heat was so impressive. And look, her final was great. But, yeah, she was very optimistic. She's like, I got so much more in the tank. And, I mean, admittedly, I can't remember the athlete's name who won. But, I mean, of course, she's won before. She was second at the last one and now comes back on top, Paralympic champion as well. So, again, a high-quality field. A really high-quality field. And, yeah, 18-year-old Ulrich, what a superstar.
I love his name.
I know. It's so, he's so cool. And, yeah, I mean, what's that? Rhiannon's third Commonwealth Games?
Yeah.
She's 25?
She's still, she's so young.
24?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
She could go to the next
24.
if she wanted.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Crazy.
And the beauty of her, I mean, she's an elite athlete. She was filthy after the race. Absolutely devastated. Yeah. She's like, don't treat, basically, without saying it, don't treat me as a para-athlete, treat me as an athlete. And I butchered the final, and I came fourth. And I'm dirty, and I'll get ready to run the 200 metres, and that's fueling me. I'm like, you go, girl. You go, girl.
Yeah, go get it.
Can I pivot, because I know we're running out of time, and I've got to go and, hair and makeup takes hours for me.
Oh, my God, I could imagine.
Hours.
You should do a Get Ready With Me.
Yeah, you should do a Get Ready With Me for the pod, yeah.
Yeah, get ready with me. I'm ready. That's it.
Yeah. And I'm
I
awake.
want to ask a question.
Splashes
And
water.
I want a trivia. This is a question to you two. And this is going to be good. And the question is, I was chatting to Lord Sebastian Coe, and I was talking to him about marketable athletes. And we're coming off the back of Usain Bolt. And Usain Bolt was a unicorn. And I asked myself the question, and I'm now asking you two, who is the most famous track and field current athlete? Who is the one? Who is the athlete that everyone mentions? So what I've done is I've done some research. And Instagram is not the be-all and end-all in regards to famousness, but Usain Bolt had 13.9 million Instagram followers. There is 13 track and field athletes that have 1 million plus followers. Only 13. Mm-hmm. Compare that to Messi and Ronaldo, except who have 600 million and 300 million, except there's only 13 athletes that have 1 million plus. I'm going to start with you, Morgan, and if you answer correct, you stay in the game. If you miss, it goes to Mitch.
Jeez. Okay.
Now we are going to have to name the 13. Not you can just throw 13? Them to me.
Yeah, I reckon we can do that.
13 athletes. And you're first, Morgs. And you can start. You can start. So Sha'Carri Richardson sits third with 4.4 million Instagram followers.
Okay.
So Morgan, you stay. She's third. You stay alive. So another guess for you.
So I reckon.
Wait.
Current athletes. I reckon I 10,000% know who the number one is, but I'm going to save them.
Am I?
No, I'm going to save them because it'll startle you.
Really?
I'm going to keep it at general population. I'm going to go Noah Lyles.
Yes. So Noah Lyles sits fifth with 1.6 million. So you know what we say in this game? He's on the list.
He's on the list. Okay.
Well, obviously
Morgan.
Sydney McLaughlin.
Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone sits seventh with 1.5 million. Morgan, she's on the list. Mitch.
Why does this feel like that game show?
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to do it. This is my audition for a game show.
Yeah. Americans would.
I can't think.
I'm actually just going to pull the ripcord on who number one is because I need time to think. Chopra.
Okay.
The Indian javelin thrower will be number one by a country mile.
Number one, 9.1 million followers, is Neeraj Chopra.
They love him.
Hey, India, you guys hiring? Shit.
And guess what? He's at the Commonwealth Games. And I reckon, Mitch, the worst thing I did is have this competition with Bruce McAvaney. He mentioned it last night in the coverage, and that's how you bloody know you've cheat.
No, I know. I already knew the Chopra one because I remember someone told me like 2 years ago, and I was baffled.
Yeah, that's nuts.
By house, but he did win the Olympics, and Indians love sport.
They do.
Yeah,
that's right. So he's on the list. Morgs. Morgs.
Oh, Mondo.
Go.
Sure, Mondo.
Mondo Duplantis is on the list. He sits sixth with 1.5 million. 1.5 million.
Wow. Wait, how many do we have now? How many have we?
We've got plenty to go. Go for it,
Have we
Mitch.
named 6?
I think we have,
5.
yeah.
We've named 5.
5. You're still both alive. Go, Mitch.
There's got to be more Americans on there.
Americans?
I'm going to start. Mitch has timed out.
I've got it.
Oh, if you want to,
Mitch
if you want to give me some more time.
Am I allowed to
Mitch, you're timed out. It's over to you, Morg.
Oh, mate.
Hold on. No, Morgan just cut in on my space.
Well, you
okay,
take
go,
it too long, mate.
God,
this is
I
meant to be an hour podcast.
I didn't know we had a timeline. Oh, Christ. I'm struggling. Okay, I'm going to go Julian Alfred.
Julian Alfred is not on the list. 204,000 only.
Only 204?
Tiny island.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still thought that she would just get big US
Tiny
exposure.
island. That's
I
a
reckon.
shocking guess. Okay, Morgs.
I don't want to get this one wrong.
Yeah, well, you've
Oh.
talked it up.
Actually, I've got two. Kipchoge.
Well, just Eliud Kipchoge sits fourth on the list with 3.2
Nice,
million.
And he's
Nice
a marathon runner.
Nice, Morgs. Yeah.
Hey, Morgs, you keep going
I'm not
while
dialed
you're
in
hot.
on social media, clearly.
I've got a random one. I
You
want to
keep
know if
going.
this is right or wrong. Tara Davis, Woodhall? Would she be in the million now?
Great shout.
Or 500,000?
Tara Davis Woodhall is on the list. Sits eighth with 1.3 million.
Jeez.
Mitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
She's
know.
got a big social media following.
Yeah.
And Hunter would go close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
He wouldn't be on there, but
Mitch?
he'd go close. Yeah.
Okay, it's up to you, Mitchell.
Oh, I'm cooked. I'm trying to even think who's super ridiculously popular.
I've got one.
Go. I'm out, clearly.
Go.
Yeah, I'm out.
Go, Morg.
This is your domain.
I just want to... Jakob, would he be in the million? No, he's got 800,000.
Jakob Ingebrigtsen sits on 830,000, not on the list.
Morgan.
I'm a numbers person. I know the
Do
weirdest
you
shit.
possibly know?
No, because I remember
that
weird
Jakob
shit.
Ingebrigtsen has 800,000
I don't even follow
Instagram
him.
followers.
He's popped up on my For You page. That's going to get some bonus points. I guess
That
it's-
is
the
bizarre.
really attractive German chick, Alika Schmidt.
That is the most
Ali?
brilliant performance. Number 2 on the list with 5.2 million is Alicia Schmidt, a relay runner from Germany
Trying to crack into the 800.
in the 400. 5.2 million. So now you've got the top 5: Chopra, Schmidt,
Wow.
Richardson, Kipchoge, Lyles, Duplantis at 6, McLaughlin Ravone at 7, Davis Woodall at 8. Now
Okay.
we are
Would
missing
Gabby Thomas be
9, and she is number 9 with 1.1 million.
Welcome to the
I'm
game.
coming back.
Welcome.
Now I'm thinking.
Now
I'm thinking.
Now we're down to the last 4. There's numbers 10, 11, 12,
Oh.
and 13.
Keely Hodgkinson.
Nah, she's only...
Keely, 631 to be precise.
What do you?
I love
You're right.
numbers.
You're Rain Man over
I know,
there.
it's weird as it's so bad. Tom thinks I'm autistic, and now I'm starting
Yeah,
to realise
I'm
I am.
starting to think-
I'm so embarrassed.
I'm with you, Tom.
I fucking love numbers.
Yeah.
So
Especially if there's
the
a
last
dollar sign in front of it.
the last 4.
No.
I'll
Wait,
gi-
I'm not
I'll
done.
Do we go hints now?
No.
Oh, okay. No, sorry.
Okay.
Jeez, sorry,
Finish your
Rain Man.
brain.
No. You-
Hey, Mitch,
she still
this will
active,
clip up. This will clip up beautifully for you, Mitch, for
Yeah.
socials.
Yeah.
Mo Farah's not active, and he was 1.9 million just off the top of my head,
Wow.
but
1.9.
not active.
Wait, active.
Do you want a hint?
Oh,
Alison Felix, because she's kind of active.
no.
She's coming back.
On the list because she's active. Number 11th with 1.1 million. You're missing 3.
Would Elaine be on there?
Wait, who?
Would it?
Oh, is
Elaine Thompson-Arra.
Yeah.
Alison Felix is on. Elaine Thompson-Arra, no, 514,000 for her.
Okay.
I feel like we're missing a female sprinter. No, we said Gabby Thomas.
No, you've said Gabby. You look
Who's-
missing a sprint. You're missing a sprinter, and a sprinter who's
From
been in the
America?
headlines from America.
Get out. No.
Nah,
he
he
doesn't
would-
have,
he's
yeah, he's
not
only got
over
like
a million.
200,000.
Been in the
Wait.
headline. Melissa Jefferson wouldn't. No, she hasn't been in the
Wait.
headline.
So, an
No,
American sprinter?
Melissa is 154,000. Yes, American
You got an
sprinter.
American sprinter being in the headlines. We've said
He's
Noah
been to
Lyles.
he's been to Australia.
Oh, Fred Curley.
Bingo. Sits 10 on
Right,
Over
number
a million.
Yeah, yeah. he got that.
1.1
You know what, I'm not gonna give you any
million.
information.
Sits 10th.
That happened
Yeah,
after Tokyo.
He's
And I
Yeah.
fully believe you. I'll never doubt you with numbers ever again.
He went from 300,000
You're missing-
to 1.2.
You're missing
Yeah.
the last 2, and
Okay.
they're both European.
Oh, are we allowed to know which event?
Femke?
I'll give it away.
Femke Bowl?
Femke, no, she sits 696,000, not
I
on
was
the
about to say
list.
700,000. Fuck.
Nah, well, it's not 600, is it?
I'm going to give her a follow tonight. Wait,
jumper
two
up.
Europeans. We can't know the event. Did you
Are
say?
they male or female?
They're male, both of them.
Oh, I know the Italian sprinter,
Marcel Jacobs.
Marcel Jacobs. Sure.
Crazy
Number
long jumper.
12, number 12
Nice,
on the
Morgs,
list with
nice.
1
He was
million.
my crush when I was like 10 years
Yeah,
old.
he is popular.
Yeah, he's scrumptious.
Okay, so we've got one more male.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say
Are
this
they
last-
Italian as well? Is it the high jumper? Is it
Oh,
Tambiri?
yeah.
Tambiri's on the list. Number 13.
One point to Mitch.
1 million. That
Yeah.
now.
Well done, Mitchie.
Well, what a little Mitchy boy. I've got to go.
That was fun.
Oh, that
Who's
was
the
really
number-
good,
I liked
Richo.
that.
Who's the number 1 most followed Australian athlete? In fact, can you give us the top 5?
Michelle Janicki,
Yeah, Shelley.
Shelley, Gout, Nina Kennedy,
Oh, Brie has 300,000.
Bree, great shout.
So
what, active?
Just pause for a moment. Michelle Janicki
Yeah, sorry, I
sits
went
second
a
on.
bit trigger-happy.
Sits second on the list with 559,000. Brie Rizzo sits third on the list with 343. Gout sits fourth on the list with 268,000.
Have we...
Okay.
The person in first, have they represented the country? Or-
No.
Oh, Olivia May?
You are
Desi
very
Johnson?
good at this game. You are very good at this
Desi
game. Olivia
Johnson's now
May.
bobsled.
You're
Desi
welcome.
Johnson not eligible because she's bobsled, but Olivia May ran at the Stall Gift and she's 868,000.
Okay.
Making that
And
bread.
then
Richo,
And then-
if she
and then-
had never run at the Stall Gift but had only run other professional races, would you consider it? Or is the Stall Gift the winning part of her?
Well, I'll have to ask Morgs that because she races on that circuit.
Because it's a hard circuit from what I hear.
Wait, what are we talking about? Sorry? What was it?
Whether
Like,
she's
if
eligible to be
Olivia
on
May
the
had
list
never featured at the Stall Gift, which is of course the grand,
on TV.
yes.
That is
would
the
you?
Olympic Games.
Yeah. Would you consider her a track and field athlete?
If she'd never run at Stall Gift, but say did...
But did all the
SME
other, all the other gifts?
Yeah, I think track's
Because
track.
I would
think,
think,
we
I
have to
think so.
respect it.
Yeah.
you got to respect
I just
it
never
for
think.
sure.
I just never think of it
Yeah.
as
Oh,
grouped
yeah,
together
Sparks and
outside
a
of
pair of
Stall.
a set of blocks,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
still the same thing.
Yeah, I would- I would
Great
give it to
shout.
her.
Well, good thinking.
Yeah.
So we're
Wait,
missing
wait.
5.
And number 5, Nina was 6 with 186,000.
Oh, someone's ahead of me.
And number 5 is Jessica Hull with 205,000.
Oh, Jess
Yeah, I was going to be my next
yeah,
one.
Jess Hull.
So they're our,
Well,
they're our
what do I
top
get for winning,
5.
boys?
Are we sure you got
Morgs?
more than me?
Morgs
Yeah.
absolutely thrashed Mitch. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, Mitch. When you because you're our social media. In fact, Morgs, this might be a great project for you. If you put up that and fast forward just your answers and pop them on a little ping with the
Yeah.
words on it, we will find out how many each of you got. But I think Morgs might have thrashed you there.
You got me.
You're welcome.
You got me.
I do want to know who you guys think the most famous track and field athlete is at the moment. And I want the followers to chime in as well. Because I'm actually really... Well, the most marketable.
Wait, who do I think is the most well-known across the globe?
Active, yeah. That's still running today.
I think you got it right. I think it's Sha'Carri.
So
I think Sha'Carri.
you don't go into
I
a
think
Drake fucking music video and, you know...
I'll go Sha'Carri
and-
or Mondo.
You think Mondo
it's-
is worldwide?
No, Mondo.
Yes.
Mate,
Oh,
Noah
mate.
Lyles is way
Yeah.
I'll
better
go
than
home
Mondo.
right
do.
now and be like, Tom, who the hell is
No.
Mondo Duplantis? And he'd be like, that's the track
No.
brother. He would not know who
No.
Mondo Duplantis is.
Noah Lyles
don't
is
don't
way
you
ahead.
got it. What I tell people is you have to take yourself away from being a track lover and put your mind into an everyday person.
Okay.
Like we love track, but the everyday person does not know what pole vault is.
My only argument is that in Europe he is advertised in a lot of different places
How many
outside of
countries
just
are
a
on
track.
planet Earth?
No, but I'm just saying there's so many there's so many people in Europe that are dialed into sport
Yeah.
and they make up a hell of a lot of the global population.
No one in America
You
knows
don't
him.
think he grew up there.
No one
Okay.
in America. It's got nah. It's Noah and Sha'Carri.
What about
they're,
Sydney?
they're the only two. In fact, I'll leave you with this story.
I don't think she does enough from...
Yeah, but Sydney doesn't have.
doesn't promote herself.
She doesn't embrace.
Yeah.
She doesn't want
Okay.
She doesn't want that. Whereas Sha'Carri and Noah want that, desire it, perform on the track. So what about? So then the US Nationals. You've been watching that with great interest, and there was another. Did you notice that Melissa Jefferson Wooden didn't race in the Star Athletics kit when she won in the 200 metres? Park that to the side as this little feud continues to bubble along at the surface. So the night before the 100 metres at the US Championships, which were in New York, Sha'Carri Richardson goes to a WNBA game, which is packed out, 15,000 people packed out in a WNBA game. She sits there, and Morgs, you'll know that she was dressed by Mieta, some fashion designer.
Mieta Russell.
That's what I was about to say.
Starts with B, is her surname.
Mieta.
Yeah, no, surname starts with B. They've done a collaboration, Mieta. I'm sorry, I should know her surname. With Adidas have done this with Nike have done this collaboration. Sha'Carri goes in full rockstar mode, sits side of the court side. They pop her up on the big screen. The whole crowd roars, stands, applauds her with her just doing a hi like this. Only she can do that.
No.
Sydney's not doing that. It's the night before she competes, and she comes out and wins and runs second fastest time for the year. She's the biggest star in track and field alongside Noah.
Yeah.
She's the biggest.
I would say star. Sometimes I'm not. No, I don't want to say it.
No. You've started now. You can't stop.
I love Noah, and I absolutely love Noah's mum. Actually, she's one of the greats. But do you think he is that? Yeah. Well, like he's not a Bolt. You know what I mean?
Well, you remember years ago, Noah shot himself in the foot when he had to go
because Bolt came natural to him.
And that lost him a lot of love in the US.
Yeah.
And I think
but also but we as track and field fans should applaud
I agreed with him.
What was his message? Yeah. He was saying,
world champion.
He was saying, mate, don't compare me to NFL and NBA players. Don't give me world champion. I think it was NFL, not NBA, because NBA is legitimate world champion because the best of the world all play there. But he's like, world champions of what? I'm actually competing in an event that has every country in the world. Drop the mic on that. Commonwealth Games at the moment, there's 6 countries that have won medals before last night. 6 countries only that have won medals. 54 of the 74 countries in the Commonwealth Games competed in the men's and women's 100 metres.
That's insane.
54 of the 74.
That's crazy, Deb.
This is a truly global sport, and that's what all Noah was saying. Hey team, I love you dearly, but I've got to go. I'm looking forward to our audience watching Morgs absolutely school Mitch in that competition. And the fact that she knows
I'm so impressed by the numbers
of some of those other names.
It's my little bit of tism.
I think maybe next week's quiz we should just pull up metrics of numbers and let Morgan guess, because I reckon you could match numbers with performances or people.
I could.
Because that's not my strong suit at all. I'm the anti.
Mate, I reckon.
Really, I love numbers. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
and
cool.
everyone, just quickly, I didn't mean to bag Mondo like that. I actually love him.
So what about?
Before you come for me.
He listens.
Okay.
No, he does listen.
Well, I love your.
No. I think what you're saying, Morg, is you say it came natural to Usain Bolt. He had this Jamaican cool, whereas to make your point, Noah, people think that it's a bit forced with Noah. Can we agree on that?
Like Usain will be studied for years to come. You know what I mean? Even if his record gets broken, he will still be the number one athlete in schools that you learn about. I don't think. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
His legacy will never.
Yeah, and it was so funny. I would hear some of the younger athletes like, "Oh, this person's great, and it just kills me because I'm like, if only you were alive when this man was running and at his peak. Like,
oh my God.
We were so lucky to be able to witness.
The peak of his powers, Usain, was just insane.
Oh, even like, I mean, we obviously don't like to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go. Yeah.
Well, I'm such a dinosaur. I saw Carl Lewis.
Even Prime MJ.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Where is he? We've got to unpack
He's in
that.
hiding. He's not allowed to show his head. The only place he's allowed to be in athletics is on that poster.
He owes a few of these.
We need to
Yeah.
unpack
He has a
that
few
one
of
then.
these.
That is so funny.
Yeah, we need to get some of the Aussies that were involved in it
The
on.
law of Grand Slam track.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll let you guys keep chatting.
Richo, loving your work, mate.
I look forward to
You
chatting
guys
to
are
you
doing
all
a
soon.
phenomenal job over there as per usual. Everybody tune in on 7, of course. You'll see our very own Richo. First man
Thank you.
trackside, and boy, are they excited to see him. And he's worked out technology as well, so everything's even getting better on this end of the things. Richo, we miss you, mate. We're looking forward to you coming back.
Don't
No,
be
you're
that
getting
guy.
better.
Don't be
You're
that.
getting better.
Don't be that
you
guy.
are copying
You got
it
to,
today.
you got to,
Don't
you
be
got to
that
take
guy.
it. You've got to take it. You can dish it out. You've got to take it back.
Funny. That's fair.
Don't be like Morgan. See?
Okay, grabs out.
Hey, we're back here now. Now, we're going to get another performance tip from our man, Andrew Russell, all brought to you by Amax. Now, we were treated to, I think, multiple performance tips last time, but we want to go a little bit deeper on the heat side of things. Russ, how are you, mate? Thanks for joining us again.
I'm good. Hey, did I get bumped for Sebco last week?
Yeah, you might.
Is that what happened?
You came back in the Rolodex of Richo's. Sebco jumped you in the Rolodex, which is stiff, I think.
He's actually been in my car, the great Sebco. My wife was the CEO of Swimming Australia, and she came home one day and said, I just took Sebco to a meeting. I had a meeting with Sebco just in the car, and said, are you kidding me? You could have called me, I wasn't that busy.
Yeah, he's an engaging man. He would have held court well in that car, I would imagine. You just hold on to every word he says.
If you were in that car, Russ, where are you sitting? In the front seat or in the back seat?
Oh, no, I'm in the back. Between my wife and Sebco, I'm in the boot, I'm right out the back.
Yeah, well, at least you know where you belong in there. But we're going to hang on every word you have to say, because don't worry about Sebco. We want to learn more about the performance side of things. So take it away for everybody at home. What do we learn more about today?
Yeah, cool. Well, we spoke a couple of weeks ago around heat training, but we didn't do it enough justice. So let's dive a bit deeper into heat training and how important it is. So probably the first thing is looking at, of our total blood, just over half our total blood comes from blood plasma, all right? And half of it comes from red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and things like that. So let's relate it to a performance perspective and say, all right, we want to improve half of our blood parameters. That comes from blood plasma volume increase, all right? Whereas the other half is to do with altitude. So let's deal with that another time. We'll do it a bit later. So the blood plasma stuff is fascinating because working in the heat, you increase your sweat rates. You improve your ability to use sodium, your core temperature goes down, and also you have these things called heat shock proteins, which are unbelievably powerful for cellular health. So improving our mitochondrial health, and every runner in the world or every athlete in the world wants better mitochondrial health. So that's the power of it. The blood plasma stuff can happen so quickly, whereas altitude is a bit longer. A lot of the research on blood plasma increase can happen within 2 to 3 weeks. Research shows you can improve it 5 to 7%. 5 to 7%.
Yeah, that's huge.
Like, that's so significant. But what you have to do is you have to have repeated exposures over that 3-week period. So you have to be doing it at least 5 times a week. So it's like anything aerobically. You can't train 1 day on, 3 days off and expect to get better aerobically. And it's the same because, we really, essentially what it's doing is increasing our stroke volume. All right. So blood plasma volume goes up. That increases the blood in your left ventricle. So it's greater pressure. Left ventricle then pushes all that oxygenated blood through our aorta and around our body, which is what we want to do. And for cardiac output to go up, to improve, and all runners want that, we want stroke. That's a combination of stroke volume and heart rate. All right. And heart rate is limited. So there's a limit. Heart rate can't go above a certain level. It is what it is. So improving aerobic capability, improving stroke volume, heaps and heaps of runners are now using it. You also have to do it for probably at least 25 to 30 minutes because the research shows your core temperature has to go up 38.5 to 39 degrees, and we normally sit between 36 and 37. So you're probably looking at a 1.5 to 2 degree increase that it has to go up to be benefit. So getting in there for 10 minutes, after you train is it's going to help recovery. It's going to help your parasympathetic nervous system recover a little bit better, but it's not making you better aerobically. And I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, the real power of it is doing it after an aerobic session when your heart rate's already elevated and your core temperature's already elevated, jump in to the sauna, the steam room, the infrared. It doesn't really matter what it is. Heat is heat. And the body just says, I'm stressed. And it actually needs to feel quite stressful. Like it's actually not that enjoyable towards the end, and that's this concept that's called hormesis, is challenging your body, dealing with stress, and then your body goes and does all the magic behind the scenes, when you get out.
So this is absolute fact. I heard Russ a couple of weeks ago, obviously, sitting here, rattling off the heat stuff that he was talking about. In the last 2 weeks, I've jumped in the sauna down the road from where I live. I'm out in Essendon, one of the local recovery places out there, Russ, 4 times now. I've done it on a couple of my full rest days and a couple off the back of my aerobic session in the morning, the easy run that I've been doing. And honestly, I don't think I've ever sweated that much in 35 minutes. And as you say, it is so uncomfortable that last 5 minutes. I also took your advice and stood up because I'm sitting on the higher deck. For me, Russ, it's like it's hitting a furnace up there. So I decided to stand up. And the heart rate went to
how much did it go up?
10 to 15 beats, like you spoke about a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Did you take notes? You're going to need it for our race.
I actually did. I was just saying to Russ, I was doing it like an athlete recovery. I'd do 15, ice bath 15. And I was saying it to Richo, and he was like, why would you possibly do that? You're not recovering for anything. Do the 30 minutes. To your point, the last 5 to I'm going to say 10 for me. I'm not going to even say 5. I'm in the hurt locker.
No way.
I go to really bad places.
Russ, does it matter? Does it matter, Russ, how...
But it gets easier.
Yeah, it's
exactly
time,
like
it?
any adaptation. So stick with it. And so the cool thing is that you get these adaptations really, really quickly, but you also decondition really, really quickly when you don't use it. So they don't hang around very long.
It's so much more enjoyable, to be honest, than an ice bath, because all I've ever known of ice baths is they make you cold, Russ.
Well, they do. They do. Well, then they actually, in fact, cold baths are amazing because then the temperature goes up afterwards because the body says, well, I need to warm up. So, and in contrast, that's why heat is so good for bedtime, because we want our core temperature to be as low as possible when we're sleeping. So when you're in the heat, then your body says, well, I need to cool myself down when you get out. So it adjusts and it over adjusts and it pulls your core temperature down, which is what we want when we go to bed,
Science,
there you go, science. I know. It's like you don't think about it until you hear about it, right? Like, and it's like, I don't know. I've never been an analytical guy, but listening to somebody who describes analytics so well, it's fascinating.
Have you ever had a coach or anyone in your camp when you've been training Morgs to promote this sort of stuff outside of recovery for a sauna?
No,
or
never.
an ice bath?
I've always loved the sauna.
Yeah.
I think I started when I was about 17 or 18. I just love being warm.
Yeah.
But I need to get up to, is it 5 days a week? Times a week?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try it. Anything to beat this guy back next year.
Morgan and I are racing a mile next year, so I'm feeling confident.
Russ, who do you have? Mitch or myself over a mile?
Morgan was running her mouth, saying that
As
she
per
could
usual.
essentially beat me over any distance, and we fluctuated between going down in distance closer to what Morgan's pet event is and going out to a half marathon, but we settled on the mile. And the question is, who do you think would win over the mile? Myself, a former miler, or Morgan, who's
Keyword
supremely
former.
fitter than me? Yeah, who's supremely fitter than me.
What's your PB over the mile?
I think like 405, 406.
Yeah. Glory days. What year?
Hang on, what?
What
It'd
year?
be back in like 2018 maybe.
And how much running are you doing now?
Not a lot of
honest.
finishing of runs, I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Look, he's starting.
Not a lot of runs. But I can prime up.
That's if he has the same shoes on. We need to go back to that as well.
Yeah, well, that is.
Doesn't even know how to dress
I did
himself.
run in 2 different shoes last week, Russ. So it's been a hard week.
We'll get it done quick, like before you actually get some work done.
Yeah.
Get it.
So you've got your
Do it in the
tickets
next
on here.
week or two before he can actually.
If you
No. I'm mine on your right now. If he can get 6 to 8 weeks in, I'm on him.
Really?
In the next 2 weeks, I'm on you.
So there we go. We get the windows closing in on you.
Yeah, but till March.
You've given me too much time. I don't have to start training until January.
I don't know exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. You're not going to start now.
Yeah,
What's the
I'm
point?
fine. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm fine. Wow. Hey, Russ, thank you so much for joining us and giving these tips. I'm sure everybody at home will appreciate getting in the sauna more, particularly in the Melbourne winter, and knowing that it's going to have a really big benefit to their performance. So thank you.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Have a great week, guys.
Okay, thanks for joining us here on the Call Room podcast. You are checked in. Now, this is a very special check-in as a part of our rec running. Joey.
Yes. Hello and welcome.
It feels like we've got a bit of a family affair in the room at the moment, don't we?
It does. So my sister's sitting behind the camera over there, pushing all the buttons while I come and sit here. And we've brought a special guest in, Mitch, for this week's rec running segment. That's your sister, Chelsea.
We have. I've brought my oldest sister, Chelsea, in here.
Bring your sister to work.
Yeah. Hello, Chelsea.
Hello. Thanks for
How
having
are
me.
you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
That's
Any opportunity I get to talk to you publicly, I love.
Oh, good.
Love to
Good.
share
That's
this
a
part
good
of my
answer.
life,
Yeah.
you know? It's an incredible thing that you're about to embark upon, and we'll set it up that way first because you're about to do something with a group of people, not just you, but that's never been done before. You're going to run the length of Australia, Ned Brockman-esque,
Yes.
although he went left to right.
Yeah.
You're going up to
We're
down.
going top to bottom.
Now,
yeah.
walk us through what you're about to embark on next week because it's incredible.
Yeah, so we're starting on the 1st of August up in Cape York, and we'll be running, it's about 6,000 kilometres in total. So 75k a day for 80 days straight, all with the goal to raise $1 million for Destiny Rescue, who help free young women and children from sex slavery and exploitation.
75. Can you imagine that? 75k a day for 80 days.
Yeah.
When you hear that, when I say that back to you, what's the immediate thought and feeling?
I think I almost can't think about it too deeply. Yeah. I think mostly when I tell people that sometimes people go, oh, yeah. And then a few seconds later, they turn to me and say, hang on a second.
It is startling to hear when you hear the number.
Yeah.
So the total Ks again?
Over 6,000. Yeah.
What, apart from the charity, which we're going to talk about in a moment, what inspires you to run that far for that many days, given our country is so big?
Yes. I think I love running. I didn't always love running. I used to hate it. But, I'm really curious to see kind of what the mind and body can do. And I think kind of discovering those limits and getting to enjoy everything that running's kind of given me, like that sense of freedom and that sense of exploring and meeting so many amazing connections and doing it, the entire length of our country. I haven't been above Noosa. So I'm so excited to see, it's going to be a whole different world up there. I get to experience Australia and do it for such a good reason and with great people. So yeah, I'm curious.
I hope you have happier memories in Noosa this time around. Because last time you were there, didn't your appendix burst?
It did.
Yeah.
Yes, I had to.
Oh, you don't need that happening.
In
True.
In
touch wood.
the hostel in
Say that
Noosa?
now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any anymore, so
it can't burst the
happen
second
again.
time. You'll
Yeah.
be fine. It's kind of a coming back to the sport in a way, though, for you over the last few years. Because like you said, you hated running. Where our dad was a race walker, so I feel like inherently we picked up a lot of distance running
genes.
abilities. Yeah. Shout out to Bill Dyer.
Shout out, Dad.
3-time Australian representative, world record holder. But it wasn't for you growing up. I feel like that was just the thing between Dad and I. But Charles, to blow our own trumpet here, was a national champion in the javelin.
Yes, I
In
was a
the
javelin
under
thrower. Very different kind of
20s
sport.
maybe?
Yeah.
Why did you
Fourth
pick
in
javelin?
Olympic
Because you don't have to
trials.
run very far.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was in Little Arts. I did lots of different things. I mean, I did do cross country only kind of because I had to.
Yeah, but let's
Like-
not muddy the waters. If
Yeah.
you're already good at it.
No. Well, gosh, I
She
didn't
win
enjoy it at
cross-country
all.
events, did she?
I was nothing
no.
like him.
No.
I didn't get what you got.
Chelsea's miles away.
What was that?
You didn't win the cross-country events?
Oh, no. I was just out there.
Oh,
Yeah. Probably complaining
But
that I
giving
was
it
cold.
her best, yeah.
Yes.
Giving it her best.
Yeah.
Chelsea's a bit of a whinger growing up.
I love this.
I wasn't a whinger.
I love this.
I
So
think
when
so.
did the think bubble become reality that you were going to do this?
So,
Because you don't just decide, like, earlier this year, I'm going to run from the top of Australia to the bottom.
Yeah. No, it was earlier this year.
Fair
Yeah.
dinkum.
Yeah.
Geez, not a lot of planning, Charles.
No, so
Brockman
kind
took a couple of years,
it was
didn't he?
impulsive in a way.
Yeah, it kind of was. So kind of how it worked out is there's 4 of us doing it and it's not a relay. So we're all doing the entire length, but together.
Yep.
And Griff, so we've got Griff, Flynn and Nate are the other runners. And then we've got 4 really amazing support crew. Griff originally posted that he wanted to do this run. He runs up in Newcastle, the Newey Active Co. And I saw it on their Instagram. And I was with some girlfriends having a few wines. And I was like, Chelsea, did you see this? You should do it. And then I watched it and I was like, oh my God, that is absolute. I have to do that. I have to do everything I can to make sure that I can do it. I mean, I'd been training for marathons, but obviously this is like quite next level.
Yeah, this is multiple.
This is almost a double marathon a day.
Yeah, and I'd always thought to myself I'd love to do some sort of multi-day pilgrimage kind of thing, but I always thought later down the track, it's a lot of organising, and I never thought of anything this extreme. But yeah, when the opportunity came up and then I heard more about the cause, I just had this really strong sense of that's absolutely what I have to do. So I reached out to Griff and met everyone, and a lot of the planning had, semi-started, like a lot of the ideas around how it would all work. And then it's just been like non-stop planning and training since between all of us and the support crew.
So tell us about the cause, then we can talk more about your training and what you've been doing and how you're going to fuel this. What is the cause?
Yeah, so the cause is Destiny Rescue. They do some really incredible work largely overseas, so helping to free young women and children from sex slavery and exploitation. They work with a lot of local authorities to gather the evidence to do raids. So obviously in Australia, we have quite strong law enforcement, and they work more in countries where they don't. So a lot of children kind of go under the radar. Some of the statistics are really crazy. And I think for me, it's also kind of the message that it does send home to Australia about, the value of everyone's freedom, young women and children, and kind of that equality side of things as well. But yeah, we've had a few meetings. They've been really great. We've met a lot of them, and we had a meeting with one of their undercover agents who told us, I don't know if I'm allowed to repeat them, but told us some really hectic stories about intergenerational stuff. It's the only way some families know how to support themselves, or kids that get exploited outside of the families, large groups. It's really horrible, and I think it's one of those things that it is so heinous. It's so much easier to not think about it, and we don't see it day to day, but you do know in the back of your mind that it's happening somewhere, but you don't see it, so you don't think about it. And I think being able to talk about it and raise more awareness and bring attention to it. So many people already have reached out with their own stories or their own reason for being really passionate about this cause. And yeah, I think it just goes to show it's something that everyone cares about, the freedom and the livelihoods of, those either in our country or overseas. Everyone kind of deserves the same thing. So yeah, it feels really special to be working with Destiny Rescue.
Yeah, I feel like it checks your privilege a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's such a hard thing to even conceptualize that happening in families, intergenerational families. That really shocks me to hear.
Yeah.
That's something that has been around for so long, because it's the only way how to survive or to get through. But the goal is for you guys to raise $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million.
Okay, so $1 million, or could you give us a breakdown on people, because we want to drive donations here as well.
Absolutely.
We want to get as many people and businesses and anything we can involved. But the donations, how much money helps one person, or how much money helps 5 people? Well, where does that money go?
So to save one child costs over $2,000. I can't remember the exact number, but with $1 million, we'll be able to help 476 children. And that's not just the money to gather the evidence and do the raids. That's also to be able to fund them to have an education afterwards, so that they can have a new life and a path of their own choosing in their freedom. It was actually one of the stories that the undercover agent told us, was that he was in a prominent area in Thailand once, and some girls ran up to him and they recognised him, and they were actually girls that he had rescued years and years earlier. And he said to them, what are you doing in this area? He thought that they were still in that industry. And they said, no, we're actually nurses. We've just finished our shifts. We're on our way home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, incredible. I think that's such a really important piece of the puzzle that, they put a lot of the funding does also go into that as well.
You're the one of 4, but you are the only woman doing this run. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is obviously something that is affecting so many young women across the world. To be the singular female in something like this, to raise funds for such an incredible cause, how does that register in terms of, there's going to be moments in this run inevitably they're going to hurt like hell.
Yeah,
and it's it's going to be as much of a mental battle, if not more, than a physical battle. But to know that that's what you're running for, do you consciously think about that? Yeah,
I think so. A part of me feels like they can do it, I can do it. Whatever the guys can do, I can do. But it does feel really special. And I think, as a woman, like we touched on earlier, I hated running. And then I went through my own experiences in my early 20s, and running was the thing that helped me feel safe in my body again. And that's when I fell in love with it. And I think that full circle moment of then being able to use running as a vehicle to give that same sense of freedom and safety to so many others, I think that's where it feels really, really special for me. And I think that is going to be the thing or the thought that helps when everything hurts and when everything's hard and, when the mind maybe wants to give in, having that as a real sense of like purpose. And I feel so lucky that I've had that full circle moment and that I've got to experience that through running and that I still continue to. Yeah, and I want to try to hold on to that through all the pain.
So from a physical standpoint, what has your training look like so that you can potentially get through all of this?
Mate, this is crazy.
Well, now I'm in deload, so that's felt quite nice. Yeah. I mean, I have to admit, I did really like the long mileage. It is very time consuming.
Well, how long is the long mileage?
Yeah, so the biggest week that we did was 225 kilometres.
Yeah, not bad.
And
that's punching some good
numbers.
Not
bad.
Yeah. Monday to Thursday were 25Ks each day, and then Friday was 75K. Saturday backed it up with a 50.
And how did you go?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, actually, honestly, good.
Because I'm assuming you're not worried about the time that this takes you.
No, we're going to be running slow.
What would you estimate your average kilometre pace might be?
We're probably around 7 to 7.5. Yeah. I think with like some walking breaks and
you got to eat. And
we've got to, and yeah.
I don't think gels are going to do it.
No, yeah. That's the thing. We're going to be eating a lot, and I think a lot of the training I've also been trying to run on a full stomach a lot.
Yeah,
because
Chelsea's drive is actually pretty entertaining. There's always like a stop at a cafe.
There's a lot of cafe stops, pastries, like 100%. Yeah.
Because is this in your spiel you'll put up?
Yeah,
You've stopped. Yeah, and then if people keep scrolling through, you'll see elapsed time.
Yeah.
A couple of hours later because you've sat down and had a meal.
True. Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll walk with them. It depends. So usually on the long runs, like the 50K plus, I'll try to meet friends along the way for breakfast or lunch or literally pastries. There are some amazing pastry places in Newcastle. And literally just combining refueling with the social side of things too. I think, like I said before, I do love running and I don't want to lose that. It does feel really special. So a part of that is social. So I like to be able to keep it enjoyable and have things to look forward to. And, hopefully we can kind of mimic that in our own way going down the coast. I mean, although it will be very challenging, there's going to be some really incredible sights that we see and, towns that we run through and people that we meet. So I kind of wanted to be able to experience a little bit of that through the training too. But the food has been pretty hectic. There's been a lot of food.
Have you conceptualised just how big Australia is?
Yeah.
Because when Chelsea was telling like us as a family, I don't know whether you staggered it. I don't remember there being one grand conversation.
No, I think it was kind of early days. Like, this is what I heard about. I want to do it.
I think it was
put a text message around.
Well,
we wouldn't even sit down and talk about it.
Hey guys, running Australia.
Yeah.
I'll see you in July.
See you at the finish.
See you at the end of October. Yeah.
But I just remember thinking when I moved to Queensland, I drove from Brisbane to Mackay, and that was 10 hours in one state, and I wasn't even halfway up Queensland. So, is there parts of Australia that you've penciled in to go, oh, geez, that's going to be a slog of a week or a day or whatever it may be?
I think Queensland's going to be a bit of a mindfuck, to be honest, because it's going to take us 2 weeks to run down to Cairns, because Mitchell and my dad are coming into Cairns for a few days, so they'll come along.
What are you, 75 a day?
Yeah.
I don't know how
Dad will be chomping at the bit to jump in, so you'll get a rest.
Yeah, our dad has had a hip replacement. But this is where Charles gets it from, because both of them are easily the toughest of our family.
So he'll grit the teeth and just keep going.
Absolute
Dad is
workhorses.
very,
So I could see Bill chopping out.
Oh, yeah.
He'll try for 40 or something, I can tell.
That's outstanding.
I wouldn't be surprised. He might,
He'll have a go, which would be beautiful to see doing that together.
Yeah, but it'll take us about 2 weeks just to get down to there. And to me, like, I obviously know Cairns isn't actually the top, but it's the top. Yeah. So I think trying to get through Queensland will take a really big chunk of time. I think by the time we get into New South Wales, it'll probably start to feel a bit more like the home. I actually don't know
It'll
exactly
feel like
where
a home
halfway
straight when
is.
you get to like
Yeah.
Albury.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh
you're
my
into
gosh, by
Victoria.
the time we're there,
Oh,
yeah.
Victoria will just feel
My
incredible.
brain will be like, we're done.
Do you go through Newey?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
so we're intentionally running through a lot of the main towns and cities. So we'll come through, like, obviously Cairns and like the Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, Brisbane. Yeah, all the towns on like the north coast of New South Wales. Newcastle, Sydney. I think we go down to Wollongong, and then at some stage we cut through to Canberra, and then we'll run straight down the Hume to Melbourne. And then down to...
Do you need a permit or anything to run on the freeways and with cars and everything?
I think some of them... I don't know if we need permits, but there has been a lot of research into where can we run and what do we need to know and what like safety equipment do we need to have. I haven't personally done all that research myself. Matt, our
You've got
kind
the
of head
best
of
gig.
logistics.
Just run.
That's
Yeah.
I would have thought you would do the research.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
honestly, there's so much in
Yeah.
organising a run like this. There is a lot to do. So we're really lucky to have amazing support crew that have just been like all over everything.
You got a masseuse on board?
Yes.
At the end
we
of the
actually
day?
do. Yeah. Yeah. One of the support crew who'll also be helping with a lot of the food and
Oh, you'd
is
have
a
to.
masseuse.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have you read any of Ned Brockman's book?
Yeah.
Where he
Oh, I
talks
haven't
about
read
how
the
he got
book.
injured and then maggots got into his...
Yeah, got into his
I've
feet.
heard
And he had to
about
have a
that.
lucker band keeping his leg.
Yeah.
Oh my
You paranoid about any injuries?
Yeah. I'm feeling a bit more confident now.
Yeah.
Now that I've gotten through the training, you know, when I first looked at the training program, I thought, oh my God, like that's insane. How am I going to be able to do that? But honestly, by the end, I think I felt better than I did when I was marathon training. Also, the pace is obviously a little bit slower and I was really on top of all the foam rolling and like getting my dry
Yeah.
needling and stuff. And strength training, that was like really big. So that gives me a lot more confidence with hopefully avoiding injury and if I stay on top of that sort of stuff out there. But I think probably one of the biggest things is like long-term. You know, I've heard all the things about Ned Brockman. I think he's still struggling with some of those, like his hip or
I
something.
think he's still got a few niggles. But, I mean,
Yeah.
look, he's come back and done
Yeah,
some pretty
totally.
incredible things
Yeah,
still, so.
yeah. The
Riding-
body's
riding
amazing
everywhere
like
now.
that.
Yeah, he's all across Europe now.
Yeah.
He's trying to be elite. He's trying to run a
Yeah.
pretty quick half marathon.
Yeah, I've watched some
marathon.
of his YouTubes.
Yeah. Have you
it's very
sought
entertaining.
any advice from anybody? Not Ned himself, but people that
Yeah.
have done something similar?
There's a woman, I mean, I've listened to heaps of podcasts with
Yeah.
people who've done transcontinental runs, whether here or overseas. But there's a woman called Brooke McIntosh who
Oh,
ran...
yes. Camden McIntosh's sister.
Oh, there you go.
Played for Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's run around Australia. I haven't had a chance to chat to her yet, but Griff did.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll be able to chat to her soon because, yeah, I think she also had a really interesting experience where and this actually gave me a lot more confidence in avoiding injuries. She took really good care of her body and she didn't suffer through it in the way that you see a lot of other people do. Like she really made sure to enjoy it. She still did massive Ks every day. She kept her period the entire time. She didn't get injured. She didn't get sick. So I think hearing that, I'm like, okay, I think I put myself in a really good position to touch wood, see if I can do the same thing. Ideally, it would make the whole experience pretty
So
incredible.
where can we watch? Where can we absorb this? Where can we donate?
Yeah.
Give the pitch to the people.
Yes, please. So we will have a videographer with us the entire time, and she's incredible. So there'll be lots of footage. Some of the support crew will also be helping with socials. So we have an Instagram page called Motion for Justice, FOUR. And that's where all of our content will be going through. Then we've all got our own individual Instagrams as well that we'll be posting on. So mine's Chelsea J. Dyer. And then we have, thanks, we have a fundraising page that is linked through our Motion for Justice in all of our Instagrams. I think we might be doing YouTube videos. I don't know exactly what the plan
should, if
is.
you can, you should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And at the end, we'll be putting together a short documentary kind of style
Yeah,
video.
nice.
So
And then you finish in the prom.
yeah, finishing
Okay.
the prom.
And what day are you finishing?
Can't tell you just yet.
Okay.
It depends
TBD.
what
Oh,
happens.
it's a fluid schedule at the
When
end.
are you
Yeah.
meant to finish?
Well, we
When
have
are
a
you
yeah.
scheduled?
We're meant to finish late October.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Not
If
October
everything
11
goes to
inside
plan.
the MCG on Melbourne Marathon
Yeah,
Day by
not
any
too
chance.
long.
Oh my
Marathon
gosh!
day.
Imagine
You
That
could
would've been
claim the
great.
G as your own people are here for you.
Well, they'll already
been
have everything
amazing.
set up. Imagine running through the
Get yourself a
finish
finisher
line.
medal.
Yeah.
You finished in the G on Melbourne Marathon.
What if they went, no, sorry, you can't have a medal?
So you didn't actually register for
Yeah.
the event. Chelsea's already got one, mate. She came absolutely...
Yes, well, she
we
was
were
with
just
us.
talking about this, yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, Chelsea...
What did we run last year, by the way?
Oh,
57 low for you.
yeah,
57
2:57
low.
low.
So the same.
Yeah.
Literally the
We're
same.
all in the same marker. Yeah. Charles got
You
me.
were quicker than him, right?
57:03.
Yeah, okay. Well, then
You've got both of
you
us.
got me too,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Chelsea, we caught because Joey and I ran. Joey ran
Side by
past
side.
me. No, I ran past Joey. I can't remember
At
which
Albert
way it was.
Park?
Albert Park. And I ran past Chelsea at Albert Park.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, yeah, cool. I've got them both.
That's
And
what I
then-
thought. I was like,
Yeah,
good,
and
have a great race.
our dad was on course. And
Of course he was.
He loved it. He was
loved
just
it.
dodging
He
around
was-
watching the app.
It was
Yeah.
like Christmas morning for him. Definitely far more dialed into Chelsea because she'd done so much incredible work. And then I'd come past him maybe, when you go around the tan?
Yeah, which is out this year, by the way.
No more running
I
up the
heard
back
that.
of
Albert Park is the
tan.
last
That
loop.
was one of my
Thank
favourite
God.
memories.
Oh yeah, because I'd run past him and Chelsea was behind me at this point, and there was some advice, keep it up, Mitchell.
Yeah.
Do you want a snake or something? And I was like, no, go away.
Yeah.
And anyway, then I could just hear I'm coming up the hill, and I could just hear from the distance, just go Chelsea. And I'm thinking, oh no. And then we got around the back down Domain Road,
Yep.
and I had one of my best mates on the side. And he goes, Mitchie, have a look on your left shoulder. And I'm like, what? And I look around, it's just Chelsea. Just
Right next to you.
flying. And she goes, come on, come with me. I said, nah.
There's still about 3K to go at that point,
I
isn't
said,
there?
Yeah.
Nah, you go. You've got it. Honestly, I reckon it was one of the proudest things I've ever seen of Chelsea rolling past me because she'd done so much work. And what you do, like, even I can't conceptualize. Like, even when I was
Yeah.
in Newey recently with Jess, I stayed with Chelsea.
Yeah,
God
that's
only knows what
fun.
time she was awake, maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
To go for a morning run.
To go punch out the run for this.
Yeah,
and I was
right.
fast asleep. Highest of ambitions to be there. Just
Yeah.
zero
Yeah.
motivation.
You met me with a coffee at the
I met
end.
her with
That
a
was
coffee.
very
Well, that's a good result.
appreciated.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
So as you know, I was a DNF on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
My
Yes,
sister
I
who's over
heard.
there, she was a DNS on the Saturday in the 10K. She came up and then decided it's too warm. I can't do
Too
this.
warm.
I haven't done the training, so she just watched the 10K run around.
That's not a bad decision.
So
yes,
not
it's
quite
fair
as
to
proud as you are of Chelsea.
No, but even Joey came humming past me as well.
Yeah. Do you know what my
Nice.
motivation was? And I didn't see you out there at that point, but the better beer can man was in
yeah.
my little pack, and I'm like, I'm not losing to a bloke dressed up as a beer.
Yeah, I could see.
Going
yeah, he
under
was
3
flying.
hours in the
Yeah.
marathon.
The
I've
better
got to
beer
beat this
can.
guy.
And you got him?
Just.
Yeah, well done.
But oh,
You got your mark.
how do you run in a costume?
I don't know,
Even on
honestly.
that day, like it wasn't cold.
Yeah.
Like, it
No,
was really
no,
seasonably
no.
warm
Yeah.
for Melbourne on that day.
Yeah.
But that's when I knew, like, Charles is built with the right stuff. I mean, I always
Yeah.
knew, but
So-
on that day,
Just before we finish up, Charles, if anyone wants to jump in along the way,
Yes.
can they jump in and help you
Yeah.
guys out, push you along?
Yeah,
as well as
definitely.
obviously donating.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just depends. When we're on freeways,
It's a little bit
maybe not so
dangerous,
much.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as we're going, because we do know roughly where we'll be each day, but it just depends.
Is
if
there a
someone
way
gets
for
really
us to
sick
know
or
where you're gonna
injured.
be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think through our there'll be a new website coming up very shortly as soon as we start. So we start on
We'll
1st of
plug that.
August.
Yep.
Thank you, and you'll be able to find it through our Instagrams anyway.
Yep.
And I think on there we'll be posting like when people can come and join us.
we could get the
'cause, yeah,
Choga
we'd
chop
love
out
that.
a couple of K, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Well,
get
I mean,
Morgs for about
Morgan's
400
confident that
metres.
she can
Or two,
apparently
no,
run
2
2
K.
kilometres.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well-
Morgs last week thought she could knock him off
She.
Yeah. We were,
Yeah.
in a distance race,
yeah,
not
it was
a sprint
serious
track.
debate.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was,
really?
She was heated.
Okay.
She thought I could run
How
a 4 minute
far?
1500 right now.
Okay.
I think we settled on the
quick.
mile.
Yeah, the mile.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be going significantly slower
Yeah.
than that, so
Yeah.
she could totally do
Well,
it.
I think we could
Yeah.
get the both of them.
Yeah.
Last question.
yeah.
Will you be using your Strava time or your chip time at the end?
Well, it's only really Strava time, so
Oh, so we can't verify your
Yeah.
time at the
Get
end.
it verified.
The Strava is the verification.
They
They'll be
follow
dialed
us
in.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're all over you, Chelsea.
Yeah.
They will be watching you like a hawk.
if they want to send me a chip, like sure, but there will be
Maybe
no
a
chip
custom
time.
chip?
A custom chip.
That would be good through Australia.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Maybe the
GPS,
custom
then
chip.
people will know where we're at if they want to join in.
Yeah, then they can actually tune in.
All right,
really
there
you know where to
go.
find me.
Yep. Well, you will be the first official chip finisher because Ned didn't have a chip.
Yeah, he didn't
Brooke didn't have a chip.
No.
Will Googe didn't have a chip.
No, you could be the
We
first.
could make it happen.
You
yeah.
could be a piece
Chip
of
Chelsea.
history.
That'd
Yeah. Chip Chelsea Dyer.
Chip Chelsea.
Chelsea, it's incredible what you're doing.
That's awesome.
I'm very, very, very proud of you.
Thanks.
And not one time have I ever thought you weren't going to do it.
Thank you.
You know, I think our mum is very nervous.
Naturally, there has to be one parent
Yeah.
who's got to
Yeah.
be. If your dad's all in on you, then
I
Typically
did say
said
to
she
mum,
will not be coming
yeah,
to the run.
I said to mum,
Yeah.
no offense, but I am glad it's dad because, you know, dad loves it, but
Dad gets it.
Mum will worry and I'll be able to feel it.
Yeah.
Whereas Dad will worry, but, you know, he can conceptualize it a lot
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
And
Dad will worry that it'll stay in the camper van.
Yeah.
I'll hear about the worry.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely brilliant. I'm very proud
Thank
of you.
you.
I love
Very
you.
proud of you.
And everybody get on board and support an incredible cause because, again, I just couldn't conceptualize what you're doing. So good luck to you and the boys.
Thank you. Thanks very much. And thanks, Joey. Thanks for having me.
Well, two elites, really. And I mean, that's special. I mean, to have Chelsea on and to see what she's doing. I mean, she begins her run on Saturday, I'm pretty sure. So she starts her journey from Cape York all the way down to Wilson's Prom, 80 days, 75 Ks a day.
A day.
A day.
A day.
Yeah.
I'll give you updates every week from here on in.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then when do you go and see her?
I go in 2 weeks. So myself and my dad, Bill, are going to fly up to, is it Cairns or Townsville? One of the two.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we'll chop out a couple of days of. I don't even know if we run. I think it's just support.
Yeah.
And if they want us to run, we'll run. Like it'll be hard to keep my dad back. Like he'll love it.
Yep.
He's a sicko for this stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
How would you go if one of your siblings
Joey,
or family members were doing any sort of event? Would you jump in with them? Maybe not to that extent. Let's say
Yeah.
just something small.
I was like, I'd donate.
Would you run a lap of the track with one of your family members?
I'd rather just double the donation.
Yeah, fair.
You don't want to be You're like, I don't want to have to put my feet on the footpath.
Oh, mate, that's just so admirable, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, my sisters and I, we're close, but we're not that.
Yeah, well, it was. I can't even take the credit. It was Dad's idea, and he was like, "We should go up and
Absolutely.
support." And
That's
I said,
huge.
"Yeah, absolutely." I couldn't imagine where, and I didn't want to say this when Chelsea was obviously here, but I was like, I couldn't imagine the mental demons that are going to be kicking in, even 2 weeks into an 80-day adventure like this, like 75 kilometers a day. It's just, remarkable.
Waking up and having to do it again the next day.
I
For
just
80 days.
The next day. And then
80
the next
days.
day.
So your mum's not going?
Mum's not going because, and we did talk about this because Mum will stress her out too much.
Oh, yeah.
So,
There's always
so
one
her
parent,
worry, and she wears it on her face. So I think that she would
It's
just,
a baby.
she'd stress it out way too much. So just Dad and I will just cut through.
Yeah.
I think Dad will be more the hard nosed, like you got it sort of vibe. I'll just support however I can.
Just there.
Yeah, I'm just there.
At what point do you think it will wear thin? You got this. Like, is it day 3 when you've got 77 days to go?
Yeah,
Like,
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon when it's like if somebody's really starting to hurt and the rest of the team feels good, that one person who's not feeling great and everyone's like, come on, you got this. You just be like, piss off. dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, give me a week.
Yep.
Give me a week to get through this and we'll be fine. I hope they've done some heat training. I hope they've taken
Off the back
Russ's
of that.
advice,
Absolutely.
and done some heat training. But there's more than just what's happening with Chelsea, which by the
is
way, Motion for
awesome.
Justice, good luck to them.
Absolutely. And we'll update everyone every week on how she's tracking and the donations. Of course, they're trying to raise $1 million.
$1 million.
which is outstanding. Last week gave you a book recommendation. This week, a couple of brands are announcing their sort of, I don't know if it's mid-season shoes or if this is the period where they start to release new kits.
Yep.
But ASICS, my team,
Oh.
these are the Nova Blast 5s. They've just gone with the Nova Blast 6.
Okay.
So they
So
are
what's
out
the diff?
now.
Do you know the difference between the new and the old?
I think there's a couple of tweaks with the technology, but
Okay.
as far as my eye can see, just colour schemes.
Okay, nice.
Easy Bat Doyle was at the launch of the ASICS Nova Blast 6, which is awesome. New Balance have got a new SC Rebel out. And again, my little tip, and I don't know about this, but it's something I'm pretty big on. Given they've just released the new range, last year's model looks exactly the same, feels exactly the same, slightly cheaper in price. So
get
jump onto the websites, Athlete's Foot, Rebel Sport, wherever you get your runners from.
Yeah.
Because they're exactly the same as far as I'm concerned, Morgs.
I agree.
Have to check that out.
I completely agree.
The rec running world need to know this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you're lucky, you could probably find the Nova Blast 4s from 2 years ago and they'll
I
be even
liked-
cheaper
I
again.
had them in 2021. I reckon they're a great shoe.
They are an outstanding shoe, and there they are, glistening. Size 9s for ASICS.
You were size 9.
Yes, I am. Little feet, little man.
Actually, no, that size 9's actually bigger than I expected.
We can share. What were you expecting?
Well, I've
kid
got
shoes?
mates who are like 6 foot that have size 9 shoes. Yeah, I'm not joking.
So
How
I-
weird is that?
Very.
That's what I thought
that doesn't
too.
make sense.
So you're punching.
Okay, thank you. Big shoes, big socks.
Yeah.
Couple of events going on around the world, Australia this weekend. If you're in Alice Springs, the Red Centre Ringer Backyard Ultra, last man standing event called 6.7K. Luke, we've talked about that a couple of times. In Queensland, you can do the Great Pyramid Race, a mountain peak. Any interest, Morgs?
You know what? Sorry to cut in. We should actually go to one of these one day. I would
Well,
do it if you guys were in.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know what you're doing on Saturday,
Not
but
this
there
weekend.
is the tan time trial this
There's a tan
weekend.
time
Of course,
trial.
it's the first weekend of every month. The tan time trial is on. You can run 4 or 8Ks.
What time?
I'll come back to you on the dates
Okay.
offline, but it is across the morning.
I'll
Okay.
do that.
Different to Run the Tan, which happens in April every year.
So every month there's
At
a
the
tan
start of
time trial.
every month.
I did not
I think
know
it's the
that.
Victorian Road Runners hold this event.
Okay.
Why don't we race one of those, Morgan?
I'll do it. I'll do it this
Okay,
Saturday.
not this Saturday. Yeah, not this Saturday.
Maybe the 1st of
Not this-
September
And then I'll
starts.
book
You
Morgan
heard
for a
I need
tattoo.
6 to 8 weeks.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
There is the Townsville Running Festival this weekend. It's the second oldest race in Australia. You get to see the Coral Sea, Magnetic Island and the Strand. In
Oh, beautiful.
Norfolk Island, there is a marathon out there. And Tamworth have got their running festival. They've included a full marathon. Started all the way back in 1974, but they've slowly
Wow.
added
That's cool.
longer events over the journey.
There you go.
Now, before we wrap it up,
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
going to put this down because I've done some
Don't piss me
big
off, Joey.
investigative work. I don't think
I'm going to leave.
this is
I
not,
already know what it
this
is.
is not going to
No,
piss
you
you
don't.
off because
okay,
a couple
good.
of weeks ago,
I want to know what Morgan thought it was.
I'm
right
not
beh-
going to tell you because
Yeah.
it'll be on next week's segment.
right behind Mitch on our set today is one of the trophies I think you brought in, Morgs,
Oh, yeah.
and that is a completed Run
wow.
Melbourne medal from 2025 that
Jeez.
I ran last year. I've done
anything from Mitch?
some
or-
exclusive
Where's my
digging.
half one?
Mitch was busy over the weekend, so I wandered over to his house. His sister Chelsea's been down. He let me in.
Yeah.
And I said, Chelsea, I need to find out whether our mate really did run in the wrong shoes. And Chelsea, talk amongst yourself for a moment.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Which is like you and Chelsea are the same. They just
Yeah.
seem to, no matter what I do, everything comes out. Whatever I say or do.
Can't keep a
Morgs,
secret
Yeah.
either.
these are the shoes
Okay.
that Mitch Dyer ran and failed the half marathon in at Run Melbourne.
Now look at the shoes,
Alright.
Morgan, and tell me that you. Now tell me that first of all, point out the difference. and
These
tell me
are the
that
ons?
It's not easy to make
These
this
are
mistake.
heavier,
Okay.
and these don't have a logo on the left.
Yeah. Okay. You found that way too quick.
These are way heavy. This is like...
Yeah. No. But that's what I mean.
No wonder why you were
so
limping.
That's what I mean. No. That's what I. But
Let's
look-
go back to the
but-
story. It was 1 a.m. He'd down 13 nuggets
had-
from McDonald's.
yes.
If it's 5 a.m. in the morning, Morgs, are you making the same
Show the
mistake?
people.
So do you want to know what stood out to me?
No.
You saw you. But you.
Oh, wait, I could be cross-eyed for a week. I'm not making a mistake.
But you could though. Look how simple. Look, they're the exact. It's the colorway that threw me. Okay.
I tell you what's so funny. Can you just picture him at like 1 a.m. in the morning just looking down like, that'll do?
I'm like,
Like,
yeah.
What were they doing together?
I actually
Big-
can
okay,
picture a
I
bit.
can
How
explain
did you
that.
pin your bib on, by the way?
Okay, I can explain all of these questions. Okay, first of all, my shoe closet is just all my shoes are just jumbled in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that's gonna. You guys are gonna
No.
hate my shoes.
Oh, that just pisses me off.
Yeah.
I just...
So they're all just in there, right? So I kind of opened the cupboard, and it's
How
obviously
do
down the
you
bottom of
have
my
an
cupboard.
athletics page that has 20,000 followers?
I don't know.
And
yeah.
you can't organise your
It's
shoes?
actually a mystery. And I saw them and I was like, oh, yeah, cool. There's Yons. No worries. And then put them aside and then obviously put them on in the morning. It wasn't until, and I said this before when I was walking home, but I noticed that the laces were different colors. That's the
That's
really,
the only
That's
thing
the
you
only thing that I
noticed.
noticed. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's weird. I didn't change the laces. And then I noticed where the logo was different. And then I
And
was
the
like,
stack
in
height
fact,
and-
My broken
one's,
left foot.
yeah, I'm like, one's heavier than the other one. That's so weird. And then I was taking them off at the tan, and I was like, they're different.
You
Yeah.
deserve everything that comes your
Yeah,
way.
but look at the it's the color. Look at the color, Morgan.
to the-
Look at him from here.
Show the camera.
That one is like pretty much
Show
red,
this
and that one's
camera,
white with a
just-
bit of red.
That's it.
Look at the bottom of him too.
It's like, you know when your
can look at
girlfriend
the-
asks you,
Oh, I can't
Oh,
say
this
I have
dress-
any idea about
and then the boy is like, oh, they're the same. They're not the same.
No.
One is
Okay,
red, one
okay,
is white.
okay. What about this? What about the
You don't lay shoes out like that.
No, but I'm
So the
just
sole
I'm just
has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the sole going, yeah, I've made an error here.
Okay, just I don't know which camera I need to point these
Just
to.
here, just here
Yeah,
is you.
okay. Wait,
That's a
no,
pair.
wait. Let me put them. Why am I having difficulty with this? There you go.
Mate,
Tell me you can't make that mistake.
I
Great. By the way, but great shoes on. By the way, love the shoes. Love them both to death. Love them enough that I'd wear 2 pairs at once. But the color threw me off.
So are you
At 1
suggesting...
a.m. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna take a photo. And
on the back of that,
I'm t-
are
yeah.
you suggesting on the back of that On don't create the same colour scheme for the different super shoe that they have?
They've probably have by now, but It's
What
just
are they? Just curious.
They're-
What are each of?
they're carbon plated. They're I think they're two variants of a similar shoe. I think they're like the Boom Strike.
They
or-
are ridiculously
yeah,
similar.
the
Yeah.
Cloud Boom, and I think this one's the. Okay, so Cloud Boom Strike. So they're just a slight.
Well, which one
variant.
was better?
Well, my left hand side was what was sore. So maybe the right, but then this stack height's higher. So
That might be why.
they're both great.
Yeah.
They're both amazing. Go get each shoe, but wear them as they're supposed to be worn.
And remember, you
Don't wear
did
one each.
finish inside the top 100 before
was-
you walked off the course.
I was moving, guys.
He was on track.
He was on track.
I was moving, just low key.
Pardon the pun, but he was on track.
That's
I
actually
was
so
on track.
Oh
But
my
I thought maybe seeing them, you'd have a bit more sympathy for
Nah,
me.
she's
But clearly
got
not.
worse.
Now take a look down. Does that look any? Surely you can
But,
see now.
but when I'm putting them on, Morgan, it's like pitch black.
Attitude.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, no, sorry. Pot kettle. Pot kettle.
It's just asking
It's
a question.
pitch black.
It's called a light. I don't get it.
understand.
I'm so confused.
Okay.
It might
This
be
is, we're
just
just
time
gonna
to
we're
wrap
just,
this up.
yeah. It's just never gonna.
Good journalism,
I
though.
love just poking.
I'm never gonna win this argument. I need everyone to know that I know that I was a fucking idiot putting on two different types of shoes. I'm not trying to say that it wasn't moronic. I'm
And that's
just
the segment done.
just trying to say that you can plausibly see maybe why it happened.
I'll give you that.
Okay,
That's all you're getting.
that's huge.
That's all he's getting.
Okay,
That's all you're getting.
now I feel great.
Wait, do you think they're different?
And when he brought them in, I initially looked at the top and went, these are exactly the same colour scheme. I can understand why I'm 4 hours sleep after Carlton's just lost to Collingwood. You've tucked into 13 nuggets.
Yeah.
That you're probably not prepared for this race, that you've picked up two wrong shoes. I probably would have noticed, though, as soon as I put them both on and
Something
stood
was
up,
off.
that I've gone,
Yes.
this does not feel...
Can I try them on?
Yeah,
I
try
just want to
and-
know if they feel different.
Yeah, you'll probably fit them, Flippers.
You're gonna say.
Might be too small for you. They're 12 and a halves.
So Morgan's
It
going
might
to
be too
try
small.
on the on-cloud boom
And then I need you to stand up.
and the on-cloud boom strike.
Yeah. On Cloud Boom Strike. Great shoes, by the way. Go get them.
Okay, this is the boom.
Yeah.
This is the boom.
And then if you want, if you feel so inclined, have a little jog on the spot.
I think it's unnecessary to tie them up.
I just want to.
Now you gotta.
Lock them in.
This is this. What is it?
Okay, that's the strike.
You ever put on two different spikes?
No.
No, I didn't think
Now that
so.
would be
We
something.
covered this last
Yeah,
week.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
not an idiot.
that would be something.
The only time you would ever do this, I reckon, to give you an out, is if you're trying them on at the shop and you're going to compare which two.
Yeah.
So Morgs
Okay,
is
here
now
we go.
standing up
Morgs
to
is up.
jog on the spot.
If you're listening and not watching,
Oh, they feel so different.
They feel so different.
that no fair. No, this I can't argue against.
This one's bouncy out.
Okay, Morg's done some good run throughs in here.
Rock solid.
I think they're the
run-throughs.
strikes.
Right, that you like, yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
They're better.
They're great. They're both objectively great. Just wear them appropriately.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I can take ownership of the fact I should have known when I put them on.
I look forward next week to what I'm going to bring to the journalistic table now that we've...
Well, you've done some good investigative.
Debunked
We've done
that
some
myth.
good investigating here.
It's Richo's turn next week. I've copped enough.
Well, when he comes back, I might have to just try and find people from those 65 athletics clubs that he's been to.
Yeah.
What
let's
was he
start-
like?
Let's start asking
I
some
really
questions.
want to know what he was like when he had feathers.
Let's start asking some questions. Well, he reckons he went bald early.
Yeah.
Real early. What did he
How
say?
early?
He said he was shaving his head at like 23.
He skinned it just after the stall gift.
Yeah.
Was that a choice? He was going bald.
I think he went... It was almost like jump before you get pushed.
Yeah, it was on its way. Yeah.
At 23.
I think so.
Oh my god.
Like he has no sons. He's got all daughters. They don't have to worry about it. They're fine.
I did not know that about
They're
him.
fine.
Absolutely flying, though, he's our man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
flying over
he
there.
is.
He's doing a great job. We're gonna, of course, everything Commonwealth Games is on here, but he's been amazing. I love the car chats with Bruce Tamsin
Oh,
and Dave.
Tamsin, yeah.
That was absolutely beautiful. I'm sure we're gonna get another one tomorrow
To
morning.
be in that car.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
be a lot of chat. Be a lot
We
of
wouldn't
great
be.
chat. Yeah, it would be.
We'd get kicked out halfway.
Yeah, we'd be gone. We'd be arguing in the back about whether these shoes are appropriate or not.
Actually, just before I go, I know you mentioned it earlier, the Rose Davies 10,000 metres.
Yes.
Outstanding. I reckon if I had a bucket list item now that I'm full on obsessed with running and athletics and everything, if Bruce could call an event that I was running in. Oh.
Yeah.
And have
that
myself finish first, like put that at the top of the bucket list tree.
Yeah.
that's a good bucket list.
His last lap calling is what, if you're a budding broadcaster, you should just study religiously.
Yeah.
The way that you can sell a moment like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It still breaks my heart to hear him say that he stuffed up the Cathy call with the way he finished it.
Yeah.
What a legend, what a relief.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Are
wanted
you
it the
kidding?
other way around.
Like,
God.
absolutely nitpicking the greatest call that's ever been produced on Australian TV
Yeah.
across the world.
But that's just how it is. Like, you just think, you get so deep in your head when it's like the moment to call. I couldn't even imagine calling an Olympics or that moment.
Well, it's not far away from you.
I know, put
maybe.
it in the
I mean,
universe. Call
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
I think
that
you
would
were-
be great.
I would
Yeah.
actually, I would love that.
Flippers!
Okay. Universe, he needs to get fired by the end of the year. Change the
You
script.
cemented your spot in
Fuck that.
2028 when you said that's gout of this world.
Yeah.
Oh, was that you?
that was me.
Oh, you came. That's cool.
It's only in the
I
opener,
read that,
Morgs.
like, that's smart.
It's only
Thank
the
you.
opener to the show every week.
Yeah.
Oh, Anyway.
Tom would know. Look, I'm glad we got to the end of my shoe debacle. We never have to speak about that again. So happy for my
Not
sister.
until your next event,
Yeah,
you just stuff it up
until I stuff
Took the
up
words right out of my
until I
mouth.
stuff up 2 different shoes again, which is bound to happen. Big thanks to Russ. Big thanks to Richo, of course. The Commonwealth Games are in full effect.
Yes.
Best of luck to my sister.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
to all the call roomers at home. We'll see you checked in next week. Thanks for joining us.